there, friends. Welcome back to Second Star to the Left. I'm Michelle, and this is my daughter, Billy.
Hi.
And here's where we usually share board game reviews, ramblings, and a few wrong turns along the scenic route, but not this week. We wanted to celebrate the holidays with everyone, so we reached out to a few friends and asked them to share a favorite holiday memory about a game or a toy or a family tradition. And we were so overwhelmed by the support from this community. From our friends on other channels, it was just amazing. I wanted to start off with my favorite gaming memory, which isn't so much about a game. Well, I got plenty of toys and games when we were little, and I remember every Christmas being magical. My favorite memories are of games that are, well, not great games. They are the times as adults when we would open our stockings together and laugh at some trivia game or race tiny plastic wind-up toys across the coffee table. Or maybe it was playing with the little toys that come in Christmas crackers. None of these were perfect party games, and none of them were classic toys, and it didn't matter. All of them are times when we laughed until we cried. But as far as traditions go, some of my family are very musical, and some have many other wonderful qualities and skills. But every year, my mom, who has many good qualities and skills, hands out index cards that each have one day of the 12 days of Christmas written on them. And every year there is much groaning when it's time to sing, but still everyone gets into the spirit and we all take a number or two, we're not that big a family, and we sing and we laugh and we wait for the inevitable person who forgets that there are 6 geese a-laying. And then everybody chimes in for 5 golden rings, and not always that musically. It's chaotic and it's loud and it's fun, and the holidays just wouldn't be the holidays without it. And now here's some of the memories that our friends shared with us, and we can share with you.
Happy holidays, everyone. My name is Max from Table Knots. Thank you, Michelle and Billy, for inviting us to share a little story, memory, or tradition with you guys. Now, with that being said, when I was thinking about this, to be quite honest with you, and you may be in the same boat, I don't really have a specific board gaming memory or tradition even, let alone board gaming or not. Our family, despite getting together all the time and enjoying the holidays very much, we don't really have any particular thing that we do other than spend time together. The one thing that I could maybe point to is that both my brother and I have always been musically inclined. We both went to school for music. He still uses music each and every day in his career. And we were often pushed and prodded to perform at not only holiday events, but just when we were around family because they loved to hear it. And it was one of those things that we weren't always so eager to please, right? Sometimes we were, sure. But there were multiple times, especially around the holidays, that we would kind of work together and cooperate. I remember vividly my brother and I worked on just performing a little ditty of Silver Bells for my mom for the holidays. That was her favorite Christmas song. So it was one of those things that we were able to spend time together, sit down, kind of cooperate and work on like a single focused goal. And it was a lot of fun. And I encourage you that if you don't have a tradition or a board gaming memory or thing that you do with your family around the holidays, work together with them in some way, shape, or form. If you can, cook with them, set up the decorations, Halloween, Christmas, New Year's, whatever it may be. Just work together with your family and have a good time in each other's presence at the holidays. I think that's something important that we can all do regardless of whether it's board gaming or not. I encourage all of us to just get together and have a good holiday time. Thank you, Draco. You've made this video far hairier than it needed to be.
Hi, I'm Billy. You may know me from doing that. One of my favorite things about the holiday season is our traditions around when we start watching holiday movies. Traditionally, we're not allowed to watch holiday movies anytime outside of the holiday season. Traditionally, we start watching Christmas movies as soon as pies hit the table on Thanksgiving, and then after that, it's you can watch whatever you want. We usually start. Well, actually, we always start watching Christmas Vacation, and that is it's a really fun movie that I have fond memories of watching with my family. I think I just like watching it more than I actually like the movie itself, even though I do love the movie, and I'm not sure that makes sense to anyone but myself, but I really love watching it with my family. And then we can watch as many holiday movies as we want up until about New Year's. The ending is usually a little fuzzier. We have a very strict beginning, and the end is just kind of around New Year's, usually when the tree goes down. I just want to thank everyone in the community who has made me feel confident enough to appear on video for the first time.
Yay!
Thank you, and goodbye. Later holidays.
What is going on, everyone? This is Jazz over at the Lobby of Hobbies, and I was asked by Michelle and Billy to share one of my favorite holiday traditions. Now, first, big shout out to what you guys are doing here with the channel. I continuously love seeing all the content you guys are putting out. So now on to this question you guys asked me. The first holiday that popped in my mind was Christmas, and the tradition is hanging up Christmas lights. One of my all-time favorite Christmas movies is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and I still to this day get a kick out of seeing Clark trying to hang up those thousands upon thousands of lights. Now, growing up, we always lived in an apartment, and I always used to tell my mom and dad, when we get a house one day, I can't wait to be able to help hang up the Christmas lights. So in 10th grade, my parents bought our first house, and I remember going out and helping my dad hang up those lights, and something that we enjoyed doing together. And as my younger brothers got older, they joined in along with helping with that. And of course, my dad would always pick the coldest day to do it in. But lucky for us, my mom would have a nice big pot of soup and some sandwiches waiting for us when we got out of the cold. But to this day, that kind of tradition has translated into what I do in my own house. Prior to my wife and I getting married, when we were dating, we would just drive around and look at Christmas lights. When we got married, we wanted to keep that tradition and pass it along to our kids. So my daughter, who's 2.5 now, enjoys looking at the Christmas lights. And fortunately for us, here in South Jersey, we have one of those Facebook groups that actually posts all the different elaborate Christmas displays and those addresses. So what we do to this day is we'll create a list, and on probably once a week throughout December, we'll go out and we'll drive a specific route and see as many houses as we can that are on that Facebook group. So yeah, when it comes to Christmas, it's got to be just seeing Christmas lights, hanging them up. It's something that I enjoy, just decorating. So that's my favorite holiday tradition, especially when it comes to Christmas. There's so many others I can talk about. Now, I can't wait to see what holiday traditions the rest of you are all going to share, but happy holidays to everyone.
Hi, my name is Monique.
And I'm Naveen from Before You Play.
And my favorite memory from when I was a kid growing up with board games is over the holidays one year we got a game called The Great Escape. And my brother and I played it a ton when we were really little. And so, of course, growing up as little kids, we didn't know the rules. We didn't read the rule book, and nobody taught us how to play it. But basically, this game comes with a thing of clay and these molds that help you mold the clay into these little grape figures. And the object of the game is to get from the start to the finish. But along this track are these little machines that will do really bad things to your grape piece. They'll either cut you in half, or they'll smash you with a boot.
They'll squash you.
Yeah, just maim your piece, right? And so I don't think any of us have ever beat the game. I don't think we've ever made it to the finish line, but we used to have a ton of fun just squishing each other's pieces with those little mechanisms. And that was a really fond memory that I like to relive.
Yeah, I never got to play that one. There was commercials for this game, and I remember thinking, as a kid, I was 6 or 7 years old, I really want to play that. Never got the chance to.
Yeah, that's a really fun one.
Yeah, my favorite holiday experience was actually my cousin got this game. It's called Thin Ice, and it's essentially this kind of tower where there is a tissue paper that's kind of stretched out and clamped down.
Oh, yeah.
And then what you're doing is you're taking little marbles and placing them one by one, almost like Jenga style. And you're basically trying to be the one that is not the one that is going to be the person to break the ice. So the marbles progressively get heavier and heavier, and then slowly you start to see the thing sag. And if you're the one holding the little tweezers, and you're the one that broke the ice, then you're the one that lost. And
Sounds
so,
exciting.
Yeah, so that was one of my favorite ones. We used to love playing it. I think we were probably like playing it from 5 all the way up to 9 years old. Every single Christmas we'd go up there, and that was definitely the game that we'd want to bring out and play.
That is so cute.
Yeah. Anyway, that is some of our favorite holiday memories as kids. Thank you all so much for having us.
Thank you.
Hi Michelle.
Hi, Billy.
Thank you so much for asking us to be a part of your special festive video. Happy holidays. We are really excited to talk about a couple of games or toys that really made our experience as kids.
Yeah.
These days, our Christmases are all about board games.
Yes, they've taken over.
They really have taken over.
Yeah.
With our family, we play a whole range of games from like party games all the way through to heavier games. And we often give each other board games.
Yes.
And because we've got all this time off work over the Christmas period, we play a lot of games as well. So now board games are taken over. And your memory is actually about a board game.
Board game-ish. Well, I think it's a dexterity game, and it's the classic operation game where you have the patient laid out on the operating table, and you as the surgeon have your, your magical tweezers, and you're trying to fish out all these different bits. Sometimes it's bone, sometimes it's like, I think, an apple, sometimes it's like random bits and pieces. But you have to be very careful and very dexterous when you're pulling it out, because if you touch the edge of one of those, the little holes, it's a metal edge, so it triggers something in the system that makes the nose go red, and it does a buzzing sound, which
terrifying.
Terrifying. Like, it's so anxiety producing, because at that point you're concentrating so much, and you're just everything's so quiet and so tense, and all of a sudden you get this, and so I remember sort of laughing with like friends and even family at the time, and then my mom's like, "Oh, can I have a go?" Not realizing like she was a dental surgeon, so sort of started playing. It's like yep, like she had obviously the fine motor skills. So that was my introduction to just being completely defeated time and time again. And so
and I'm really glad I can make you feel at home with that.
Continue the tradition.
Continue the tradition.
Yeah.
And my one is a fun one because in the 90s, yo-yos were such a huge craze. Everyone can probably remember that. And at the time, we didn't have a lot when I was younger. And so, I had a very basic yo-yo, but all of the cool kids had the fireball. And that was just like the epitome of yo-yos in the 90s. Everybody wanted one, and I wanted one. And I never got to have it. And Maggie knew this story. And so last year, she bought me a fireball for Christmas. And so I spent all of that Christmas season throwing this around my mum's house, trying to remember how to even use a yo-yo. But it was a lot of fun. And now I've finally got my Grail toy.
Toy redemption.
Toy redemption story. Yeah. So now this is just perfection.
I never had a fireball.
I want for nothing.
I had the Coca-Cola and the Fanta ones because they came with like it's a promo with soft drink. But
anyway, we are wishing you a wonderful holiday season. Love what you're doing with the channel. Keep up the great work. And we look forward to meeting you at a con somewhere and sitting down and having a game with you both. But otherwise, sending lots of love and bye for now. Bye.
Y'all ready for this? Billy and Michelle, y'all ready for this? Where's finger stuck for me? Hello, Billy and Michelle and everybody, and happy holidays to you. We are Foster the Meeple, Jamie and Jeff, and we are here today because Billy and Michelle asked us a question that we would love to answer.
We would love to.
Am I right? What was the question again? Yes. The question is to tell, or I guess not a question, it's more so tell a little story about a favorite memory of a game or a toy that you got for Christmas or for the holidays that we played or received.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, Jeffrey, you go first.
For me, it is cribbage. I grew up playing a ton of cribbage. I have a lot of fond memories of being inside Christmas Day while Mom cooked, Dad, me, and my brother just sitting around playing endless rounds of crib. And he would crush me and crush me and crush me until the day I was good enough and crushed him.
That's what
a true coming of age story.
Exactly. For me, it's a little bit different. We always play board games at Christmas. Always, always, always. But my mom doesn't always play with us. But one year, a few years ago, we decided to pull out Jackbox, which is not a board game, but it's kind of like an online party game thing. And Mom decided to play with us. And it's probably the hardest that I've laughed in so long, because I think she was inadvertently inadvertently, by mistake, she was making some answers that were like really inappropriate.
Risque.
Very risque. And I don't know that she knew
She did.
that she what she was doing.
100% did.
We were laughing so hard that we were crying.
Yeah.
And it is one of my favorite like Christmas gaming memories. But like I said, we always play board games at Christmas. Like we've played everything. We have a board gaming family, so that's just kind of is. But that's like one time that Mom got involved and it just ended up into a total
poop show.
It was a bit of a poop show in the best possible way for the holidays. It was amazing. Yeah, those are our stories, a little bit different between Jeff and me. Thank you for asking us to do this. We love you guys.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to everybody, you and yours,
and
one
thank
and
you
all.
for having us.
And to all of
Love
the
you
knights.
both.
Love you both. That's us.
We bid you adieu.
And adieu.
You do?
Adieu.
I do.
I
Do you remember from The Office?
Okay, bye.
Later days.
Hi, Michelle and Billy.
Hey, Michelle and Billy. Hey.
For those of you who don't know us, I'm Starla.
I'm Mick.
And we are
Our Fan Plays Games. Yeah.
And thank you so much for asking us to be a part of this show.
Yes.
So, I mean, you wanted to know what toy or game did we receive as a kid that we really loved and that was special to us. Well, for me, I mean, every year I would get a board game.
Yes.
And I know for this day and age, it seems kind of crazy that you get a board game.
Yes.
But when I was a kid, I got a board game, I got clothes, I got some type of doll or some type of activity game or something. I didn't get a bunch of toys, but my mother would always get me a board game every year. And I don't know, my favorite was, I loved them all. I got Life one year. I got Sorry one year. One year I got more than one. I got Clue and something else. So getting those board games and getting them to the table with my family was always fun for me.
Yeah.
So that's something I always remember and I loved.
Well, for me, I would get a game here or there, and that's what kind of helped me come into just loving board games.
Yeah.
Because I got Bermuda Triangle back in the day. That was a really good one. I got Clue one year, just like you. Then I got Payday.
Oh yeah, I got
Payday back in the day.
Yeah, it's always weird because my mother always got me board games for Christmas.
Yeah.
I didn't get board games during the year like that.
I got mine during the year and stuff.
For Christmas.
But I would get those particulars, and then I really got big and got some war games. I got some war games later on from Avalon Hill. I got some war games later on and I would always tell my mom, can we go to this bookstore called Dalton Books so I can pick my game for Christmas or something like that, or whenever I could get one. So yeah, I got some war games for Christmas too. So I've been doing some stuff here or there.
Well, I didn't get a chance to pick mine ahead of time. I give my mom a list, tell her what I wanted.
Yeah.
And then I would get the things on the list usually. So yeah, I mean, board games have been a part of my life since I was a small kid.
Same here.
And getting a board game every year was always something special because it brought so much joy to our family. I'd play with my cousins and my mom, and we just have so much fun laughing with each other. So yeah, getting a board game each year was always special.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Michelle and Billy, for inviting us on to talk about some special games that we got during Christmas time.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you so much, and we love you now.
Thanks so much for inviting us.
All right.
Appreciate it. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey guys, it's Doolin from Table Knots. Thank you, Billy and Michelle, for giving us this challenge to share some cool memories from around the holidays. I wanted to share quickly about my gaming group, which may sound weird, but I love it. It's mainly my family. My immediate family is really small. I don't have any aunts or uncles because my mom and dad didn't have any brothers or sisters. It's just me, my sister and her husband, and my wife, and then also my mom and dad. And we get together at pretty much every holiday and enjoy some games together. And not too long ago, when I was really getting into this hobby, I pitched the idea of having a game night, and it sounded strange at first because we hadn't really played board games much as a family other than when I and my sister were really, really young. But we started to play some games, and I wondered if, my family's really nice. I wondered if they actually enjoyed it, or if maybe it was just them being kind to me and humoring me. But Christmas Eve was when I realized, maybe this is something that all of our family actually does enjoy, and we can do more often together. And I had just gotten Ticket to Ride very, very early on in my board game collecting and hobbying. And I remember that night we played it because I had already knew how to play it. And not only did my family love it, but my sister's boyfriend at the time, he was really, really getting into it. He's now her husband, and he's fully a part of our game group. It's a really great memory of him winning and really feeling a part of the family. And so for the first time, I felt like all 6 of us really meshed well, and it was really cool to see not only my base family, but also my wife and my sister's future husband really getting along and just having a blast together and being comfortable enough to joke around and trash talk a little bit. And it was cool. It was a lot of fun, and that's been going for 4 years now, and we're a fully integrated game group now. It's cool because we had fun together before board games. I don't want to think that this is all we do and all we can do to have fun, but as a family, I feel like we've latched onto these as a sort of bonding time for all of us, and it's a really easy way to get us around the table, off of electronics, away from any problems that are going on, and to just relax and to enjoy each other's company. And I love board games for that. It's part of the reason why I've made the Full Dive that I have. My family loves them, and it's the way we hang out together. So I hope that around the holidays you can find some time to have that same experience with families.
Thank you again to all of our friends who shared their stories and their time and their holiday memories. Let us know some of your favorite memories of the holidays, gaming or not. From our family to yours, we wish you a happy, healthy, and wonderful holidays. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see,
or you want to thank all of these lovely people for getting it right,
please like, subscribe, and share. As always, open tables, open minds, and play yourselves.
Bye!